What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, hitting y'all with this shock drop, Shorty sneaker conversations. Guest here in just a sec. What's up, Kicksology sneakers? Boy, Retro Ryan. Just waiting for our guest. There we go. Just sent the invite. Oh yeah, Kicksology, everything is good, man. Everything is good, man. Hope everything is good with you as well. What's up, Sir Chuck? 84. What's going on, man? Trying to get our guest. Sent the invite one more time. For whatever reason, it won't let me accept invites. Said he declined. Yeah, other than getting either of my top two. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. This game we in now it's pretty weak. It's pretty weak. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Oh man, good to have you aboard, man. Welcome,
You
welcome.
already know it, bro. You as well. You as well. It's been a long time. We were supposed to get up a while ago. People get busy. People got kids. People, the norm.
Yeah, well, glad we're able to do it now, man. Thank you,
You
thank you.
already know it. You already know it.
Well, everybody knows who you are, but you want to introduce yourself to everybody.
My name is Ryan. I'm the I guess you could say the owner, the person behind My Soul DNA. Which is a platform that I started long time coming, man. I probably should have started back in like high school or college. But I like to get on that platform, interview sneakerheads, find out what got them into the culture, find out some of their favorite stories, some of their favorite sneakers. I always ask for like a sentimental story. And then I always ask for like the top 5 in their collection. I don't care if you got a collection of 10 sneakers. I don't care if you got a collection of 150 sneakers. Everybody's story is different, right? Everybody got into the culture for a different reason. And everybody has a favorite sneaker for a different reason. I mean, I've had guests that literally, if one of the top 5 out of the 100+ pair that they've had was a Hirachi, I think that she got from like Ross or something like that. It was something, but she had a story behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sneakers tell the stories, man. Most definitely.
Facts.
All right. Well, before we get into the quarters, what's the most positive thing you've been able to take, from the world since the pandemic started?
Um, my daughter, man.
Okay.
I'm so I'm in North Carolina now. Uh, we're in North Carolina. Grew up in North Carolina, and in 2012 I moved to Atlanta. So I was in Atlanta from 2012 to like 2020. Um, Pandemic started, stuff kind of went crazy, you know what I'm saying? And me and my wife had I guess you can call it like a come to Jesus talk where it was like, you know, lease is coming up, this is coming up, pandemic is happening, what's going on with jobs? Like it was all this stuff going on. And it was literally a question of like, okay, if everything literally just went to hell right now, where are we gonna feel most comfortable? And the answer was North Carolina. And no lie, bro, we moved, we made that decision. We were packed up and everything on the way to North Carolina in like a week,
Wow.
somewhere around it. Yeah. So um, all of that to say, we were like, we're going to be trying for kids soon, and all of this good stuff. We want them closer to their want her. now. She's 1, closer to her grandparents. And no lie, bro, we got pregnant. We moved July 31st. We got here August 1st of 2020 at like 3 a.m. and we were pregnant by like August 26th, August 25th. So
Uh,
within the month. So that's the main thing, man. And then we've all been safe. Me, nor my wife, nor my daughter has caught COVID. We've been safe, man. It's a blessing.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
You moved back here the same month my wife and I and our son moved to North Carolina because we're from Cleveland, Ohio,
Okay.
but yeah, we moved down here. Our first day here was August 15th, I want to say, or
2 weeks later.
yeah. So I'm still learning North Carolina. I mean, we're kind of right in between Durham and Greensboro, so
Okay.
um, it's
Okay.
it's similar to Ohio, but still very different at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Never
know.
been to Ohio, but I can imagine. But I went to college in Greensboro, and I grew up in Goldsboro, so I kind of know that. You like Mebane
Hmm.
area? Okay, yeah. I'm in Cary, so yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yes,
Yeah, you
sir.
corner.
Right around the corner. Right around
Yeah.
the corner. Our boy Al, he's probably about 15 minutes from me, so he ain't that far.
All right. Now, with you living in Cary, I have to ask: do you think about what is it called, Fenton, and the Nike store? Have you been in there yet?
Man, no, I haven't. So I was. This was like I would probably say about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. I went through there, and the Nike store wasn't open yet.
Okay.
Um, and then we went through maybe about 2 weeks ago because my wife needed to get some shots of some stuff, and we just didn't stop.
Mm.
Um, I was gonna, I was gonna ask. I saw that you were at Fenton. I was at Fenton. Um, that's not no normal Nike store, right?
Well,
Or
it's
is
a
it a no?
it's a normal Nike store. It's an experience store, so it's not an outlet. It's just regular stuff.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
it's basically like since you spend all that time in ATL, it's like a smaller version of what the Linux Nike store is.
Oh, bet. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
I
like
was
an eighth of that because it's little.
okay. It's time. I know it's tiny. I know it's tiny. I'm gonna get by there. I'm only like 10 minutes from there.
Yeah.
Um, when I was in Atlanta, I was probably about 20 minutes from Lenox. So,
Okay.
but Lenox is that whole Buckhead area, from what I understand, man. It's kind of rough out there in them streets, bro.
Yeah. When I tell people, that my wife and I have been there recently, like, really, you went there? Like, it's dangerous. I'm
Legit,
like, I didn't even know it was dangerous.
legit, bro. It's yeah, dog. When I was there. I don't not on not it's not on sneakers, but quick story. When I first moved there, Chris, it was um I was probably there for about 2 weeks, bro. And I pull up to the gas station, and Buddy was, and this is just to show you kind of like how Atlanta is scamming and all of that. So um pull up to the gas station. Buddy rolls up on me. He's like, bro, I got these speakers, bro. They this amount, they this that. Hit me with this crazy sales pitch, and I'm in sales, so I shouldn't have got, but um, hit me with this crazy pitch. Pulls out his phone, shows me like the joint. It was like retailing for like $1,100, all of that good stuff. And long story short, I walk in the gas station, get money at the ATM, which I never do. $300, give my man $300. I'm like, I was thinking about getting surround sound, just moved into my place anyways. Bro, I take that box home, dog. Open that box. It's literally just speakers, bro. It's no wires. It's no AV. It's no unit. It's nothing, bro. It's a
Oh,
box sealed with literally just speakers in it. And pride would not let me throw that box away, bro. I had my homies coming to the crib, bro. That box was there for probably about 3 or 4 months, just sitting in the corner, bro. Because I wasn't. Hey, look, souls and things. Horrible idea, but look, they got me. I looked at it. I was like, I just moved in a new spot. I'm thinking about getting surround sound anyways. God looking out for me. My man got me, bro. So yeah, Atlanta ain't nothing to play with right now, from what I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You
I
know,
guess Cleveland's like that too, but you know, yeah,
yeah. I think with both cases, I mean, Atlanta's still like way faster.
facts.
With either place, and really, you can say any city is it's kind of like winning where you are. You know what I mean? Like,
That's it. That's it.
because Cleveland is it's ill. It's got its really nice parts and parts where I'm like, man, I don't even want to be here in the daytime, man.
That's it.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Out of there, dog. Atlanta was the same way, bruh. Atlanta was the same way. We lived in Sandy Springs, so it wasn't too bad, but
Mm-hmm.
I barely went into the city. I barely went into like Buckhead. I kind of stayed. Let me stay in Sandy Springs. We got a mall, we got a Walmart, we got eating, we got all this good stuff. I'm good, bruh. Me and wifey are good.
Good, good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I usually break it down into four quarters like a basketball game. The first
Already.
is sneaker beginnings or sneaker origins.
Yep.
Second quarter is more recent sneaker past, probably from when you first started getting your own money to probably a couple years ago.
Okay.
Um, then it's a halftime section, and then it's sneaker present. That's quarter three, and sneaker future is quarter four.
Already.
That's kind of how I have it set up. I know we kind of did this kind of on the spur, so I didn't really get to send you any of that, but
Oh
I
no,
really
we good.
same.
Yeah.
So, what was that first sneaker memory or moment for you?
Um, the very first sneaker moment that I can remember was um, all my family's from Georgia, so we were down in Georgia. One had it been Fourth of July, um, and I was trying to go play ball with one of my cousins. Didn't have any shoes with me. This is before any of the like collecting stuff. Didn't really care about shoes, but I knew, of course, what Jordans were because my parents weren't buying them for me.
Mm,
Um, so, uh, and not that they couldn't or anything like that. It's just they were not spending that money on shoes. So, um, I'm trying to hoop with my cousin. My cousin's like, yeah, yada yada yada. I forgot what he put on, but he threw me some Flint 13s, and they were probably beat up. I don't really remember the condition of them, but we were hooping outside, and he didn't care about me hooping in them outside. So uh, Flint 13s was like, I put them on. I had on like some hooping shorts, just some random, probably Champion or Walmart hooping shorts, and the black and red Champion Jordan jersey. Bro, you
nice,
couldn't tell me nothing, bro. You couldn't
nice.
tell me nothing going to hoop. So that's the first memory. Of course, I got finished, had to take them off. Heart was broken, couldn't keep them. But that's the first memory I got when it comes to like sneakers.
Yeah, I remember like I was in high school from '95 to '99. So I always say I was in high school during the golden era of especially Nike basketball sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the black and red 11 and that Flint 13 were easily the two biggest like shoe releases during my high school years. Um, but like that Flint 13 was it's a special shoe. I mean, the gym teachers even had that had those.
Yeah,
Like it was
yeah,
every shoe. So yeah, that's a special shoe. One of the first shoes I ever got myself. So I'm glad that you know that's something we can
yeah,
share as far as a shoe we feel that way about.
yeah. You talk about like gym teachers. It's crazy. This is just off the top of my head. You know what I mean? That my fault. I just got a call, but that colorway. Um, if you think about it, black and red goes with a lot, right? White, black, and red goes with a lot. But when you get something like a navy blue and like a gray, that's more of like neutral color. So it's probably something that came out in gym teachers and the normal ordinary Joe that people that probably weren't even into sneakers like that was like, oh, that's a color that can go with
Mhm.
XYZ. I can wear with a lot of sneakers. Um, it goes with a lot, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna buy that shoe. Like, forget it being a Jordan, probably just the colorway itself. But colorway is so classic, bro. Just the way they did everything they did with it, everything's in the exact right spot.
Yeah, like to me, that's easily, if it's not the best, it's one of the best non-Bulls colored OGs.
100%,
So,
a hundred
yeah,
percent.
I always thought it'd been cool if he would have wore them in that All-Star game against Kobe instead of the
What do
playoffs.
you? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he probably wasn't. I don't know. These celebrities and stuff like that, the stuff that they think about, us on the outside looking in, is like, I would have done this, I would have done that, and they probably don't even cross their mind.
Yeah,
It's either that or they got so many people giving them ideas from their mom to their homie to their uncle to their homeboys. They just like, bro, I'ma just whatever Nike give to me, bro. That's what I'm gonna just go pick something from there.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, after that moment, what was like the next shoe that just kind of solidified it, where you were like, all right, I'm in this?
After that, it was years, of course, of like um, Air Force Ones and New Balances, but I still wasn't really like that. What really got me into like collecting like that was my brother used to work. He had a job at Foot Action, and I don't remember if it was the Concord 11 that came out first, or and this I was in uh, high school, so sometime between 2000 2004. I don't know if it was the Concord that came out first or the Hirachi trainers, the black, white, and gray ones. But either way, when he was working there, between him having that Concord and letting me wear it to school a couple times, and me going in to Foot Locker, Foot Action, looking for something new or that people didn't have, and him and his manager talking me into that Hirachi because I didn't know any better. I'm like, nah, what's this with the loop? With the nah, I don't want it. Wore that shoe, bruh, and like people were asking me, what is that? Where did you get them from? And that just kind of, solidified it for me there. Now, I still wasn't getting stuff like I wanted because, as we'll get to, once I'm getting my own money, I can, kind of buy more. But that's kind of what solidified it to where I'm into sneakers. I like sneakers. I like the feel of putting on a brand new sneaker and all that good stuff.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. The Concord came first because it came out like October 2000. That black and gray Hirachi trainer came out like January, February '02.
Okay.
I actually
Okay.
still have, well, I have both of those shoes, but that Hirachi trainer, it's like holding on for dear life because it's so old.
I got it, but I got the one from '02. Don't have anymore. But the one from whenever it dropped, 2012 or whatever, I got that one.
See, I need,
Um, yeah, I got that one. I've only worn it once, and I keep saying that I need to put it on, but I mean the strap done got ashy and all that good stuff. The strap would definitely not be unstrapped because it might break. So,
yeah,
but yeah, that's in the closet. The Concord's in the closet too.
yeah. See,
Yeah,
what's something about that first, because that was the first retro of that shoe. The strap on mine would always kind of go on the side.
facts.
Yeah, it's like I had to put a lace through it so it would be
Same with
okay.
me. Same with me.
Yeah, I'm like, God, this is ridiculous. And
Same with me.
other retros of it, I didn't have that problem. But yeah,
Yeah.
and, and I worked at Foot Action during that time. This
Yep.
before Foot Locker bought them and they were their own company. It was a
Yep.
lot,
Yep. I can
a lot.
agree. I can
So
agree. Yep.
yeah,
Just from when he was there, I'll agree with that.
yeah. Because I mean, we had so many dunks and so many. You know, we had all of those penny fours. You could only get them at a Foot Action.
Mm-hmm.
They used to give us our own retros. Like I remember we had the Pippin one. It was white navy. It's the only time I seen it there. It was their exclusive. We had the Darwins and the Shake Indestructs. They were just all white though, so it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I miss old Foot Action because there's a lot of stuff that we had Foot Locker and Finish Line just didn't have it.
Foot
So
Action was back then. Foot Action was I always looked at it in tiny little Berkeley Mall in Goldsboro, but I always looked at Foot Action as like the cooler store. Foot Action
yes,
was the cool one. Foot Locker was the um, you know, suit and tie one. Sneakers,
yeah,
but Foot Locker was like the one that's like, they ain't gonna have as much. They and looking back, it's probably that they had more of like the running type stuff like that, where Foot Locker had the basketball, the exclusive colorways and stuff like that. Foot Action was just a cooler one at the time, but
yeah.
uh, yeah,
I remember us having Air Max 98 retros in 2000. Like, damn, just came out. Like, it's already made. Remember, I used to put SC after everything. Air Max
yeah,
98,
yeah,
98. So, yeah, good
yeah, bro.
time.
Facts, facts.
Um, now, going back, again, just a little bit longer. When you were coming up to the point where you were almost to the point where you were getting your own money, what were the kind of clothing brands and stuff that you were trying to, rock with these kids?
Nice, Enichi.
Hey,
Uh,
I call it that when I first saw it.
bruh, that's what I thought it was until I think it was sometime in college, bro. I don't know, and by then we weren't. I don't think we were wearing it no more. But Nice, I didn't know any better. But Nice, Averex, um, and back then was real big with like um throwback jerseys, which that was also back when clothes swapping was cool. Like if my homie got a Jason Terry jersey, he'll wear it. 2 weeks later, I got that same jersey on in a 2X or a 3X down to my knees. Um, Jeans, I'm easily like a 31, 32 in the waist. Jeans is like a 36. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, but throwback jerseys, and then real big on like the um wasn't even any type of tall white tee you can get with the whatever color you wanted to highlight, right? So you had on a white tee, you had on a red tee under it, you had
Mm-hmm.
on white Air Force Ones with some red shoelaces in them.
Yes.
And then don't get no either Jabot shorts or Jabot pants with the red straps on them as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah. And then headbands and do rags tied in the back, and it was just a lot, bro. Looking back, we used to put on a whole lot of clothes, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and and then had on hooping shorts under the jeans,
Yes.
just
I don't know
in
why that was
case.
a thing, but I used to do that.
Cause just in case, bro. Like, oh, y'all hooping? Yeah. Oh, say no more, bro. It's nothing. Say
Yeah.
no more. So that's exactly what it was. Um, hold up. Bear Brim said, "Oh wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
about that." I'm telling you, it was nice for the longest, bro. Yeah. Just quick, when New Balance first started hitting, well, it's been hitting, but when I was first introduced to New Balance, it was like the sixth grade. People was wearing the N on the sneakers, bro. I thought it was Nike's new logo. I
Hey, I've heard people say that before, man. You ain't the only one.
I, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know any better, bro. I was just out here just living life, dog.
Oh man. So you came out in '04?
I came out in '04.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife also came out that year. She's over here, you know, throwing up her school or
You
whatever, you know.
already know it. You already know it. And you came out in '99. One of my brothers came out in '99.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good
yeah.
times.
Facts.
I know you talked about you said it was your cousin who worked at Foot Action?
No, my brother.
Your brother. Okay.
The one that graduated in '99. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So you could say that, you know, that being your older brother, he was probably one of your style influences coming up.
Yeah, kind of, sorta. He was, which to this day he's still the same way. Honestly, both of my older brothers. Well, no, yeah, the one that's 5 years older than me. Yeah, he was, he was styled. You know, bigger clothes, bigger t-shirts. It was the same thing. Headbands, hats. You know, a lot of clothes, a lot of fabric.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, there anybody famous who you kind of was like, you know, I like, you know, his style or whatever. I'm gonna kind of borrow from that because I got one. Most people be like, really? But did you have anybody like that where you like, nigga always fresh, man?
Of course, you got people like, it was a lot because you just looking back now, you had everybody in that era was wearing like the bigger clothes. Everybody had the throwback jerseys, but it was like, which I ain't had the money to do it, but Fab was like any and all throwback jerseys, and then he had, which his were probably real, the Gucci or Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones and stuff
Mm,
like that. But that was also around the time where you had all these random websites, which I can say to this day, I've never owned a pair of fake sneakers. Uh, but I was very close. I ain't know no better. I was very close to purchasing, you know, like white cherry cherry 11s back in 2003, 2002.
yeah,
Um, red, white, and blue. You know, white with the blue royal blue patent leather and red bottom 11s.
I remember.
Louis Vuitton Air Force One lows and Gucci Air Force Ones. They had it. I wanted it. Theirs was probably real. When I would have got mine for $40 to $50, it wouldn't have been too much in there. I didn't know any better, but it just didn't work out that way. So I can say I've never owned a pair of fake sneakers.
I remember people had the Louis Vuitton 11s, and they was paying
Bruh,
money for them. Like, man, you paid 300 for them? Like, they're not even.
bruh, bruh, bruh. And I remember, because I didn't have the money to get them. So I remember I would go look on the sites and see them for like, they were cheap, like $70, $80 at the time. I just didn't have the money to get them. And I would just look and be like, yeah, I'm gonna order these. I'm gonna order these. You know, time goes by, I don't order nothing because I ain't got the money to order. But it sounded good. They looked good. Um, I don't know. And those are probably, those probably were some of the worst feeling shoes ever, bruh. If I had to guess, just to, because it wasn't nothing other than like probably terrible quality and just putting the colors on there. It was all about the colors. It wasn't about the comfort at all.
Yeah. I'll just say, at least in Cleveland, from probably from '02 until about halfway through '06, the fakes was pretty prevalent.
Huge, bruh. Huge.
It kind of when the clear forces came.
With the blue
That's
on the back. Or you
yeah,
talking
because you
about
know invisible weapons.
yeah, yeah.
Cause
Those are legit. Those are the only ones. But there was red on the back. There was navy blue on the back. There was black on the back. Khaki
yeah,
on the back. Yeah.
because I'm like, man, if you ain't got the blue one or you got the women's one with the light purple, like nah, like I still have mine. You know, they're kind of fogged up, but
Yeah.
for years when I used to wear them, I used to specifically have my Nike Premium tag, even though
Yeah.
it was kind of long. Like, hey man, this is the real shit right
The
here.
real,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
bruh. Yeah, because I mean, yeah. But it's crazy because you knew. you were on it, which is probably a lot of people that knew. I just wasn't. I just wasn't
Mm-hmm.
one of them. Cause I was on them sites, bruh. On them joints, like I need these. I'm trying to get these. I'm gonna have these. But yeah, it didn't work out. You know, everything works out for a reason.
Yeah. Well,
How I
yeah, it's
look at it.
definitely for the best.
Yeah. Who was the your influence you were talking about?
Big Tigger. He used to always have shit early.
Yeah, he did.
And see, he used to do a really good job of blending the urban clothes with the sneakers. Like a lot of people wasn't really good at that, but like he was like good at it where it might be a sneaker you don't wear with a baggy jean, but somehow he made it work.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, he wasn't real flashy with it either.
Nah, it was like subtle, but like if you knew,
Yeah,
kind of like, oh,
exactly.
he got,
E- exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
and this is before I really realized what product placement was.
Mm-hmm.
I get this shit early. Like these bitches don't come out for 2 months. How the fuck he got them? You know what I'm saying? Then a little bit later, I'm like, oh, oh, okay. The companies be sending them shit just to
Oh
kind of,
yeah.
you
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah. You got to start that train going.
because I remember I had just got the white, black, and red fives with the silver tongue. It was like the beginning of 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Like a week after I got them, and still probably another month and a half before they actually came out, this nigga had the metallics already. Like I just seen in the magazine that they gonna come back with them too. I need them too. You know, he had them all already. Like this
Yeah.
raw fit, like everything went perfect. I'm like, man, I need to be like that. So
Yeah.
I used to look at for the videos, but I used to also really borrow from him. I mean, other people too. I mean, everybody wanted to be Jay-Z or
Yeah.
Fabulous. Or
Yeah.
people don't want to admit it, but like niggas was even jocking Nelly swag. So you know,
Look, when you first started asking me that question, no lie, the first thing that popped in my mind was a Band-Aid right here, bro. That was the first thing that I thought about in Nelly.
yeah, because I'll just say for the early 2000s, other than Jay-Z, cause I didn't really ever see DMX in sneakers. He might have some Maxes or something, but usually DMX just have on Timbs. But Nelly, Eminem, Fabulous, Big Tigger, sometimes Jadakiss or Styles, they would always have the sneakers like early, you
Yep.
know. It's like,
Yep.
oh, so yeah, those were. But Big Tigger, I used to uh, look to see what he was rocking and try to emulate that look when I'd be going to, the places we had that sold the urban clothes. I'm like, I need to replicate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was definitely one of my style mavens.
That makes
But
sense. Makes a lot of sense.
now, as we jump to quarter 2, which
Yeah.
is more recent sneaker pass, so now you get money. You remember your first job and what sneakers you bought? The first sneakers you bought?
First job, I was a bagger at a grocery store on the military base in Goldsboro.
Okay.
And the first pair of sneakers that I bought, so it was allowance money. It was actually before my first job. Uh, it was allowance money. It was the Cool Gray Nines.
Mm,
First thing I
2000.
bought. First thing I bought with my own money. It was my parents gave me the money, but it was my own money. But that was supposed to be my second pair, the second sneaker, because the first sneaker was supposed to be the Cool Gray 11.
Mm,
Um, and and at that same foot action, my homie that was the manager there at the time said he was gonna hold them for me. By the time I got up there that morning, he had sold them, had to sell them one way or another. They were gone.
mm.
And you talk about somebody hurt, bro, crushed. Like, yeah, I was hurt. But Cool Gray Nines was the ones. First thing I bought with my own money.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember working that release. Um, and I'm kind of a weirdo because I remember a lot of these dates. Like I remember those came out, I want to say October 26th of '02. Because
Oh yeah.
I have the little, they gave you this because I got them from Foot Action. They gave you this like it was with the retro card. It was like a Legend Colors Never Fade. It was like a card or something commemorating the release in there with the date on it. It was from Jordan.
I don't remember that card, but I think it was like toward the end of the year that year. Because
Yeah,
I remember the 11th was March of 01, right?
March 3rd.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I remember that. Crushed. Oh my gosh. Bringing back
that
tears
was
and
a tough.
stuff just thinking about it.
That was a
Bruh.
tough day. I had to settle
Whew.
for the Fat Five Barclays because I couldn't get them.
Oh my gosh. Like my heart was set on them. That first pair of Jordans ever. These? Oh my gosh. But yeah.
And see, I mean, that was back like niggas just wanted them bitches. Like it wasn't really no reselling. I mean, eBay was around, but to me, that reselling thing didn't really start until the DMP.
I partook in that.
Yeah. That
I
was
part.
really the first release I really saw people trying to resell sneakers, like for real,
I
for real.
partook in that, and I wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have. Let me take that back. I probably wouldn't have sold them, but me and my homies drove from Greensboro. My homie went to Winston-Salem State. He came pick me up at UNCG. We drove here to Crabtree Valley.
Mm.
Waited in line for him. I mean, I'm talking laying on the floor at I think it was probably like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. By the time I got to the front, they only had one pair left, and it was a size 8, and I was like, let me get them, bro. Gotta have them. I'm all of a 11, 10 and a half or 11. Been that way
Okay.
since college. 8, let me get them, bro. I got it. Let me get them. And I think I sold them for, I don't know, early resale game. So 550, 600, somewhere around there,
Mm.
on eBay. So, Kiki, what's up?
Yeah, it's a Shock Drop Live, Key. I ain't
But
even. It's so special. I had to do it like this with my homie.
you already know it. You already
Yeah.
know it.
But nah, that was good money back then. I mean, and you know me, it was easier to sell on eBay back then too, because
Way easier.
you get an auction off
Bruh.
like $1.
Bruh. Start everything at 99 cents. Look, I was in college. I was because I started heavy reselling once I got to college. And I remember I had probably like 3 PlayStation 3s. I had and I don't even remember where I got them from. I just remember taking pictures with them. And I don't know where those pictures are, but I just remember sitting in my dorm room with them like beside me and just like, but I had like 3 PlayStation 3s. I had 3 or 4 Nintendo Wii's.
I knew you was gonna say that.
3
I
or
flipped.
4 of them joints. Bruh, and I never kept one Nintendo. I kept the PlayStation, but I never kept none Nintendo Wii's. I've always been a PlayStation guy. And then I was like, I don't think I would have a need for a Wii. But yeah, PlayStation 3s, Nintendo Wii's, and it was other stuff I was selling too. I can't remember what they were, but it was other stuff I was selling. My eBay was booming back in the day, bro. Booming.
Yeah. So I'm glad you know. People be like, man, what you mean? I'm like, man, it was so much easier to uh to sell. It's so much easier. It's so much easier to sell on there. Auctions was cheap.
Bruh, you I remember I used to hate the buy it now option. Used to hate it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing everything at auction. I'm starting everything at 99 cents, and stuff it's gonna run up. Starting at 99 cents. Bear Brims, yeah, bruh. You remember them. You remember that. You remember that. Like I remember the picture of me sitting in my dorm room on the floor with my PS3s. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Couldn't tell you nothing. Look,
Nah, bruh. Nah.
uh, okay, so we're in the 2000s. What is the because you were in, this area we're both in now. I look at Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, Winston-Salem. That's all just one big area to me.
All of it
So
for the most part. Yeah.
what's the sneaker scene like? Like, where are the go-to spots? Because I keep hearing Al keep telling me about how great Carytown Mall was, and how Northgate was, where I got to go to Northgate once when it was open.
Yeah.
Um, but when we moved down here, it was already closed by
Mm-hmm.
that time. So where were your go-to spots back in the 2000s for kicks?
It was so when I was in Goldsboro growing up, high school and all that good stuff, I never got out of Goldsboro. I think before going to UNCG, I probably went to Raleigh, never went to Greensboro outside of both of my brothers went to A&T. So um, we went and dropped them off of college. I got a brother that's 5 years, like I said, and another one that's 10 years older than me. But they went to college at A&T. So outside of that, I didn't see Greensboro. And
Okay.
then all through high school, I probably went to Crabtree Valley once or twice. Like
Mm,
I stayed in Goldsboro. If I couldn't get it in Goldsboro, I just didn't know any better.
mm.
And then once I went to college in Greensboro, um, I never really came to Raleigh outside of that DMP. Um, it might have been one or two other things, but it was just Greensboro. It was the foot action in Greensboro. That foot action in Greensboro, I used to work there too. That joint it would get everything. We used to get everything. Like there, the Foot Locker was cool. When they opened up DTLR there in Four Seasons, it was like, oh, I'm gonna be able to get everything. And then it was a skate shop on uh High Point Road. It's changed now. Is it Gate City Road now? Gate City.
Yeah, yeah.
So I haven't been to Greensboro in probably 2014, but yeah, it's been a while. I get one place, bro, and I just stay there. I don't really be out and about outside of that city. But um, it was a skate shop in Greensboro, right where High Point Road met. It's right outside of UNCG. I forgot that road, but it was a skate shop there, and that's where I got my got the Pee Wee Herman dunks.
Mm.
So it was a skate shop that I would frequent there. But outside of that skate shop, Four Seasons, I would do Winston every now and again. Like I said, my boy was at Winston-Salem State, so I would do there. Um, but I didn't really travel like that to get my stuff. If I couldn't get it there where I was at, I would call my homie that was a manager that was supposed to hold the cool grades. I would hit him up sometime and see if he could get something or hold something for me. But Greensboro was where I was at. If I couldn't get it there, I was just like whatever.
Got,
Um, yeah, I was into sneakers, but I mean, if I couldn't get them, I couldn't get them. I ain't had the money for them half the time anyway. So
gotcha.
you know what I'm saying. Cosmic Kicks. I think that was the name of it. I think it was Cosmic Kicks.
Hmm.
I think it was Cosmic Kicks.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Pee Wee Herman dunks. They're all great joints.
Yeah, I had a pair of them in the cut.
Yeah,
Very plain
you
shoe, great shoe at the same time.
great shoe. You still got them?
Hmm.
Fire, fire,
Yeah, I
fire.
until I started working for Converse, the Dunk is probably the silhouette that I have the most of in my collection.
Okay, okay.
Between just a lot of regular Dunks, decent amount of SBs, but I just like Dunks. Like that's why it's crazy to
Fact.
me the thing now. You know what I mean? Because I
Stuff come
love.
in waves, bruh. Stuff come in waves. Like, yeah. You remember when foams was just,
Yeah.
just. It didn't matter what color foams came out, bruh. Them joints were gone. Like
Yeah.
out of here. 220, 180, 200, 230, didn't matter. They were gone. Um,
Yeah, that lasted a lot longer than people remember too, because I feel like foams was hot from like 10 or 11 maybe until like 16.
yeah, yeah. And I still got it. I got, I got four pair of phones. Um, but I had like 9 or 10 pair. Electric blue, electric green.
Mm, mm,
Sold both of those.
oof,
I had the Tim Duncan joints, the all silver. Bro, them joints were like I'm an 11, bro, and you'd have sworn that was like a 16, bro. I wore that shoe I think once. I just like I can't do it, bro. I don't know how people are putting the shoe on their feet. Cough drop foams. Yeah.
yeah.
Now I mean I regret getting rid of computers. Um, I regret getting rid of all of them, but really the cough drops. But I still got Royal Blues, Pearls. There's two other ones that I got. I know I got four pair though.
Yeah.
Yeah, them Tim Duncan foams did feel like boots, bro. I still wear them. Pine greens. I got pine greens, and there's one more. I can't. It's one of
Mm,
the pearl. Not pearls. Coppers. I got coppers.
okay.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I was a foam guy just because I consider myself a Nike basketball guy, and I
Mm-hmm.
consider. I know Jordan is separate. It's separate from Nike basketball, but to me, it's all the same.
Facts.
So like I have some foams, but I've never been like a foam guy. You know what I mean? Where I was copping every pair. It's some pairs that I regret not getting because you and I both worked in shoe stores. Every shoe store you work at, it's some pairs where you're like, I probably should have got those. But I
Eggplant.
eggplants for me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the newer one. So to me, foams fell off after those Olympic foams in 16, and then they had those maroon foams with the gum bottom in
Yep.
16.
I remember those. Yep.
To me, after that is kind of where it kind of because it was already wavering, but then it just kind of
It
kind
was
of went.
what I think. I think for like people who were like in the foams like that, 2010, 2011, 2012, especially when they were hitting with like the royal or the like the core colors. I
Metallic.
kind of call them the core colors. You know what I'm saying? Those when they started coming out with like and they have like some cosmic joint, not the galaxies, not Lord please, not the galaxies, but they had some joints that were like blue, red, white. It was like these colorways. Like, what are y'all doing? Just give us the basic joints. But yeah, they started kind of wavering.
Yeah,
Um,
to me, the beginning of the end was that Weatherman and that Thermal. Those two were the beginning of the end, and that all white.
it might be that Weatherman is what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Those wasn't it, bruh.
Like,
Thermoposits wasn't it either. Nah, Bear Brims, you right. You right.
like, yeah, like, and I'll admit, like, I think I've maybe got 8 or 9 foams.
Yeah.
I have some bad ones. Like when I was at Foot Locker, I only got them because it was during the 50. So those snakeskin foams from 2019, the white, black, and red, like I only got them because they were like $50. But I've
I
only
mean,
worn.
it is what you get. Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, worst case. I mean, you might got to need a nephew or something that here, like, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. But outside of that, it just. I mean, you got $50 sneakers that sits in the closet. You got $250 sneakers that sit in the closet. So it ain't. It is what it is.
Exactly.
It is what it is. I do want to ask. You said you're a dunk guy. Do you got the crop 3M Sub Zero black joint?
No, only because I have a new pair now, but I never had those because I had the Air Force One that was black with
Yep,
the M with the snake on it.
yep,
Like
yep, yep, yep.
I always
Okay.
wanted that. I'd have rather had the Dunk over the Forest. Shouldn't
I
say that, but
had that, bruh. I had that shoe, and no lie, bruh. They just disappeared, bruh. I don't know. I don't know where that shoe is at. I
oh
have
man,
no clue where that shoe is at. I the last time I remember having it, I got a picture. I got a picture. I remember having them on that day. I was working at when I was at AT&T, so it had to have been sometime between, or and I remember the store. So it was sometime between 2014 and 2017 is the last time I had that shoe. I had it on. I have no clue where that shoe was at, bro. And it was still in great shape.
see, you don't think it's at your house right now?
I know it's not because I done moved.
Wow. Okay.
I was still in Atlanta. I have no clue where that shoe was at, dog. I
Wow.
and the thing is, I don't even have. I probably have now maybe I think it's like 135, 140 pair, right? So when you look in the closet, it doesn't look like that many. But when you count them up, I'm 130, 140 pair. But they're all there, and they've always been like that. Even when I was in Atlanta, I had a closet that was literally just had everything stacked up. Bro, I got no clue. Like, and the thing is, I didn't realize they were missing until like it was probably about a couple weeks or a month later. I was like, yo, I ain't seen my croc. I ain't seen my croc joints and my Sub-Zero joints in a while, man. Let me see if I can find them. Couldn't find them. I don't know where that shoe
Damn. Sorry about that.
is. Legit. For real, for real. And
Yeah.
you can't find it nowhere either. I mean, you got people that have it on eBay. I've searched, but them joints are beat, and I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
Only
least
thing
give me a
worse.
decent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say at least give me a decent condition pair in a 10.5 or 11, and I might can make it work. But wasn't no movers, bro. I'm the mover. That trail, that shoe was gone before I moved. I was in a 1 bedroom, got married, moved to a 2 bedroom. That shoe was gone before I moved into the 2 bedroom with my wife. I don't know what happened to that shoe.
Mm.
I mean,
Hey,
it's either on a homeless guy's foot right now or it's somewhere with Jesus, bro. Either way, it ain't with me.
yeah. Now
Yeah,
we moved here. We had movers, and movers got me. I mean, for the amount of shoes
bro.
I had, I'm happy that I only, like 10 pair got stolen, and
That's
uh,
crazy.
10 pair, 7 or 8 of them were Vapor Maxes. So
See,
it's
nah, bro.
yeah, it was tough. I
Nah,
mean, I
bro.
getting, you know, back, what they were worth, but it still was just the principle of the thing. They
It's the
they took all of
principle.
my Blue Tuned Airs and the Concords that I wear.
So what? How did they come in? Like, were you not there, or did you not have them in boxes, or how did you have them in
Well, I
moving?
had my stuff in boxes, but it was so many that
Yeah,
um, after a while, like I just being realistic, I'm like it's hundreds and hundreds. Like I know all of these may not make it. Like I had that in my mind already, but to take the Concords that I wear and leave a dead stock pair because I had doubled up. I was store manager at Hibbett the last time the
mm-hmm,
Concord, and
mm-hmm,
I was mad just because my wife, because even at Hibbett, like I was a store manager. We used to have to enter the raffles like customers.
yep.
So she won them for me, and I had like the little um, call ticket with her name on it taped to the box, just like I do shit like that. So the
Facts.
fact that pair was took, I'd almost rather them took
The
the
DS
deck
pair.
had to take one.
Yeah, yeah. I again in Atlanta before when we moved. So when I was moving myself, when I moved from the 1 bedroom to the 2 bedroom, um, when I moved from North Carolina to Atlanta, I did all the moving myself. I went and asked and got the shipment boxes that typically hold 12 to 18 pair from Foot Locker, Foot Action.
Mm-hmm.
Went and got those, put all the stuff in there, take them all up, so people wouldn't know what was in them. Now, I mean, if you know me, or if you had any type of idea, you see a box that big, okay, there might be some sneakers in there. But for the average person, you don't know. And then my mom is always in my ear, like, you moving all them shoes, you moving it, you make sure don't nobody know what you got in there and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
like when I was doing all that moving, I was doing it myself. We had movers when we were packing the stuff up to move from Atlanta to here. But one thing I did was they were all the shoes was in boxes. I kept the eye on the movers as they put the stuff. Nah, bruh. One thing you ain't
Yeah.
gonna do is steal my sneakers, dog. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, that was the only time it happened to me. And again, as silly as this goes sound, because it's like I spent money on them. I didn't really care about the Vapor Maxes. I didn't even replace most of them. Like
Yeah,
my wife had a lot of pairs, but I would have a lot of pairs of Vapors too if they hadn't got stolen.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, the Concords and the Blue Tuned Airs is what bothered me the most. I was able to replace the Blue Tuned Airs because they had just come out in 18, so it wasn't that hard to find them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's crazy.
I've never had tuned airs. I want the blue ones and I want the orange ones. We'll see how
mm,
it works. We'll see what
yeah,
happens though.
okay. Well, as we jump to halftime, I'm about to ask you just some either or questions. What would you have, either or?
Bet.
Um, so if you in Atlanta, someplace to go to hang out, are you going? Would you, I know I'm gonna sound crazy asking this, but um, where are you going between Buckhead and Bankhead?
I lived in Atlanta for 8 years. I never went to Bankhead.
Okay.
And it wasn't I'm not even going, and it wasn't even a thing where it was like, oh, that's Bankhead, I ain't going over there. I just never I mean, none of my homies lived over there. I just never I just and moving down there again to show you how green I am, how green I was. Like I thought Buckhead and Bankhead was the same place. Like when I first moved down there, people was talking about hitting Buckhead. I'm like, yeah, that's what T.I. be talking about, and they're like, no, that's Bankhead. That's completely different places. But yeah, I was down there for 8 years. I never went to Bankhead, so um, that's your answer, Buckhead.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So, of the places you've lived in North Carolina, well, nah, that's not a good one to ask. I will go sports. Kobe or LeBron?
LeBron.
Okay. Care to
Respect
elaborate?
Kobe. Respect Kobe's game to the fullest. I've never said a bad thing about Kobe. But LeBron is my guy. He's been my guy since he came in the league. Um, been in the league 20 years now. Man hasn't had a blemish. Not saying he hadn't done anything, but hadn't had a blemish. Um, he was able to do literally everything. Not saying he was the greatest shooter, but you know, shot the ball. He not a Ben Simmons. Shot the ball. Uh, Defense, pass, everything. So I mean, he just been my guy since he came in the league in '03. Um, again, I respect Kobe to the fullest, but keeping it a stat, and Kobe in my top probably two or three sneakers is Kobe 6.
Okay.
That's literally one or two between that and Cool Gray 11. But um, T Mac was my guy over Kobe back when yeah, Yeah, Bear Bryant. T-Mac was my guy over Kobe. Me and my roommate in college, my homie to this day, we used to go back and forth about Kobe and T-Mac. Kobe and T-Mac. Kobe. And I don't care what you said, you wasn't telling me Kobe was better than T-Mac. Now, looking back, just at both of their games, Kobe was the better player. Kobe overall, Kobe played defense, Kobe, all that good stuff. But T-Mac was my guy.
Well, people forget about McGrady. I'd say in 02 and in 03, he was right up there with Kobe. He was right up
T-Mac
there
was
with him,
my guy. T-Mac was my guy, bro. Was
you
my
know.
guy.
Now,
They
were you
they
copping?
actually they actually just released yesterday for pre-order T-Mac Funkos, which I've been looking for forever, and they finally did them. So I had to get one of those. But go ahead, my fault.
That's cool. Do you have any T-Mac shoes in your collection?
Had don't have any now. Yeah, T-Mac ones, T-Mac twos. It's back in high school. Threes were all right, but once fours, fives, them T-Macs wasn't it, bro. I was heavy on the ones and twos, but three, like I said, was iffy. But then everything after that was just that black and red that had that cross strap on it.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. What
Well,
Adidas? What are you doing, bro? What are
I'm
you
actually
doing, bro? You say you looking for them?
I'm looking for some of those because I know they're kind of a wear risk now because they're so old. Whenever
Yeah.
I find them for a price I want to pay, it's never that black and red one. Like I need that black and red one.
That when them joint, I was like, no, bro, I can't do nothing with them. I
Yeah,
can't do nothing with them. But yeah, T Mac was over Kobe, for me.
yeah. I remember the commercial for those with the wood from the floor. It was on the
Yep,
side. I remember that. But
yep.
yeah, I definitely grabbed them. But I have the red Rockets jersey, so that's why I need it.
Okay, okay.
Because I have this other T Mac shoe, kind of as his line had ended. It's called the Adidas Piranha, but it's like a T Mac PE on like it's like says T Mac on the strap.
Yeah,
So
I have to
yeah,
look them up.
yeah, it's I'll send you a picture of them after the show. They're
Bet.
weird. It's only because I found them at a thrift store and it's like, well, I got the red McGrady Rockets authentic. Like I need something to wear with these.
Fact,
You know, I have the
fact.
red T Mac 3, but I still look at that as an Orlando shoe
I
because
can
he was.
understand that. I can understand that. I gotta go back and get T Mac jerseys. Um, I got like, and these are at my parents' house. Show you how old they are. They're like 56s. They're like 3Xs.
That was my go-to size.
Bruh, I put that joint on last time out, or a few times back. I was at my parents' house, bro. That joint came down to my knee. I couldn't do nothing with it. But I
Mm-hmm.
got the blue Orlando joint with the stars. I
Mm.
got and I think all of these still got tags on them too. When I was buying them, the blue Orlando joint with the stars. I got three of them. Blue Orlando. It might be a Houston Rockets, and then I got the white Auburndale joint, high school joint.
Ooh, okay.
I got that at my parents' house too, but I can't do nothing with it. I wish I could, but I can. It's a 3X. It's just sitting at the house in the
That's it was
closet.
number 3, I think.
It was number three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. The white Auburndale joint. Always wanted and got to get the purple Raptors joint.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely the T Mac purple Raptors over VC. It is what it is.
It's all good. It's all good.
It is what it is. T Mac, it is what it is.
All right, so just two more. Um, Gucci or Jeezy?
Jeezy.
Okay, okay. Ti or Jeezy?
Who? Who? Neither one of the new stuff like that. I'm just thinking back the motivation one. Ooh. I'm gonna have to go Jeezy. I have to go Jeezy.
Okay. And guy alone is hard to beat, but you had Thug Motivation in too. I mean, they're really kind of one thing for real, man.
Yo. But at the same time, I mean, you think about stuff like trap music and uh, what was his
Urban,
first one? Urban Legend.
I'm
What was the
serious.
first one? I'm
I'm serious.
serious.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, but
He
I don't
hasn't played.
know, bro. But when the motivation dropped, it was like, bro, I've never sold a drug a day in my life, bro. But I knew I was. I mean, I'm fake throwing up gang signs, and it's just, I don't know, man. Jeezy made me feel like I could do anything illegally, like anything. Like, and Ti may be the same for some people, but
Yeah.
yeah, that the motivation 101 when that drop was, yeah, Jeezy. And then to go back, nothing against Gucci. A lot of people wasn't listening to Gucci, but I was bumping uh, Gucci's first album. Like,
Trap. Mm-hmm.
bruh, Trap House, Booty Shorts, all of that was my joint. But Jeezy, I mean, I gotta go Jeezy.
Yeah.
Gotta go
Okay.
Jeezy.
So the Kobe six that is it the Grinch specifically or just any Kobe six?
Kobe 6, period, is up on my up on a pedestal. But Grinch colorways would be Grinch and K Yow.
Okay. So
Um,
Grinch Kobe
I
six.
got both of them. DS.
That wow, I want those sixes. Every time I come across them, they be fake. You know?
And I've had I've had probably people who are, people that know me. Uh I probably had 8 to 10 pair of Kobe sixes, but
Mm-hmm.
just not knowing what I had, not not knowing what I had as far as like the blue camo joints. I bought those at
Mm-hmm.
Haynes Mall, put them on, or bought them at Haynes Mall, drove straight to the Rush on Wendover, put them on and hooped in them like same day. You know what I'm saying? But stuff like, yeah, Grinches. I got Grinches DS. I got K Yow DS. I'm hoping the K Yows drop again. Um, Hopefully I can get them. But the K Yows that I have, the Grinches, I'm going to end up wearing. Those are the ones that the Pro Trolls. So I'm gonna wear those. The K Yows, they're so old. I may would wear them, but they're an 11 and a half. All they have was a 10 and a half and 11 and a half, and that 11 and a half I can't do. So that's literally just a shoe that shoe will start disintegrating before I get rid of it.
I'll say if you ever want to let that go.
I it's a First off, it's a Kobe 6. It's that colorway, but I've had two aunts that passed away from breast cancer, so it's not.
Fair enough.
Those will never be. They may get worn because Kobe. Like, I've tried them on. When I put them on, you can sit them. They're not bad, but that Kobe 6, it opens up because the 11 size 11 when you first put them on is kind of snug and tight, but as you wear it, it opens up, and it fits perfect in the 11. And I know the 11 and a half gonna do the same thing, so I can't. Nah, but I mean, I open the box up and look at it from time to time. So yeah,
Nah, I feel it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I like the Kobe 5 and the Kobe 7 more than the 6, which most people be like, what? But
I can see
Kobe
5.
dearest to me are the 2s and the 3s. Those are the ones that are
Yeah,
they're
threes over twos for me.
oh, absolutely.
I've never had twos, but them threes, I need the, and I
I need
want
them.
a pair of them, bro.
I need.
I need a pair of them. I need a pair of them.
I'm a,
Yeah, but I'm with you.
like I can still see. I remember he had the because I have the black and just the black and white ones, and I
Yeah.
have the 3s, but
Okay.
like, it's so many of them. I mean, it's only a few of them, but I need them all. to me that shoe got kind of overshadowed by the hyper dunk. But
and I was a hyper dunk guy.
Yeah, he was like every other game he would switch back from the Kobe 3 to the hyper dunk, and then he had all them Lakers P that only he had, or they might come out at one house of hoops in the whole country, or they might only come out in Asia.
Yeah.
So
and I was all on hyper dunks when they dropped, all on them, loved them.
Yeah. Saw him jump over the car with Ronnie Churioff, and I was like, man,
But yeah, Kobe 3, I'm there with you. I'm there with you.
They Pro-Tro those. I'm getting every color. I'm gonna try to get every color.
Yeah, I wanted the 3s too. I really wanted Bruce Lee 5s, but couldn't get them. Really wanted Bruce Lee 5s, but I couldn't get my hands on them. And then, I mean, with moving and now having a daughter and stuff like that, I've slowed down a lot. But yeah, it's some stuff when and if it drop again. I mean, you gotta exhaust all options to get it. So it is what it is.
Like I have no problem saying that Bruce Lee Pro-Tro. It's the only new Kobe that I have.
Okay.
Like because I've been a Lakers fan since the '80s. Me and my dad have been following the Lakers. But like I'm used to everybody picking Iverson and McGrady and Vince Carter, Steve Francis, Paul Pierce. Nobody messed with Kobe, or it's like, I want the Lakers to win, but I only really fuck with Shaq. I don't fuck with Kobe.
Yeah, I was never that guy. And for everybody that you said, I would put around that time, I would say Kobe over them. Mm-hmm. But him just not him over T-Mac. That's the only thing.
That's the only one.
That's the only one in that time. But never, because even when me and my homie were getting in them arguments, debates, I would always say, I don't hate Kobe. I respect this game. Kobe a hooper. He's just not better than T-Mac. You just couldn't tell me. He's better than T-Mac. It just is what it is.
Nah, I feel that. But like I actually teared up a little bit winning those because, like I was already missing Kobe playing before he died.
Mm-hmm.
So him passing, and then just a few months later, me winning these shoes, because my wife is the magic with sneakers. I don't really win on sneakers too often. I've won some stuff, but not like her. So for me to win them, I was just I was really choked up about it. And for me, Kobe's really only, I have some that everybody has Kobe's. I feel like that he didn't wear in a game, but the ones he wore in the game mean the most to me.
I'm with you.
He actually wore those Bruce Lee 5s. It was one of the first half of the 10-11 season before he switched to the 6. He wore them in one of those early season games. So it meant more. But that KL 6, that's definitely a treasure. And props to you for having that.
Hey man, hey, let's show us some love real quick, man.
For sure.
Just for anybody looking, man, anybody that might look or might ever watch this, man. I just
man.
Yeah, man. I just still the receipt on it.
Nice.
It's faded, but Haynes Mall. Oh, bruh, how much did I pay for these?
What I think retail on those was $140 or $130, something like that.
$130.
Yeah.
But how much I pay for them? Oh yeah, I'm never getting rid of this shoe. I got this shoe for $41, bruh.
$41? How'd that happen?
Bruh, I got this shoe for $41, bruh.
Wow.
September 2nd, 2011 at 417, bruh.
Was that on the 50?
No, I had a hero. I had a hero card. 41 bucks.
Whew.
Yeah, I need these to Pro-Tro ASAP. But yeah.
Nah, I got you. All right, we will jump to sneaker presents.
Okay.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about how the game is now. I mean, I've had to accept a lot of things and realize it's different than it was.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, we've all got to accept L's. Has there been an L that was like a hard L for you to take?
Um, two of them recently, but luckily I was able to get them. Carmine, Carmine 6,
Okay.
and Grinch 6, both
Yeah.
of them when they
Yeah.
first dropped. Because in 2000, okay, so Grinch's dropped December of 2020, right?
Yes.
And um, when I missed on them, I mean, because I was talking about Grinches all 2020, like, gotta have this shoe. This is the shoe that I gotta missed on it, hurt. Um, so when 2021 came, I said, "It's three pair of shoes that I need in 2021. If I can get these three pair of shoes in 2021, I can miss on everything else." And I meant it. I missed on everything else. So um, the Grinches was one of them. So that's the end of 2020, but I still counted 2021. But when they surprised restocked, I was able to hit on them. I had probably like 5 or 6 of my homies shooting me the same link. They owned it, and I hit on them. So that was one. Carmine 6, I missed initially, and then those restocked. I was able to get those, and then Cool Gray 11s, uh, which my wife, not really a sneakerhead like that, trying to convert her over a little bit more, but I was able to get my pair, her pair, and um, my daughter's first sneaker, and it's that Concord 11. So yeah,
Nice.
yes sir.
Okay. Yeah, I want to say since the pandemic, the hardest L that I probably took is still the Flint Grade 13. And I always say, I've said on the show at least 50 or 60 times, um, that's when I knew that it was different because I feel like when the pandemic first happened, you could get the DMP6s, you could get the
Mm-hmm.
fire ups, you could get those court purple ones, even though I regret not getting those now. But
Mm-hmm.
um, there were other random Nikes like you could just get, but you know, us thinking with old school brains, I'm like, oh, it's a full family. It's gonna be a million of these cool grays or
Yeah.
flink. And I was still with Foot Locker, but since the mall we were in was kind of like falling apart, our store hadn't opened back up yet, and I
Yep.
figured it would open back up, so I didn't really put any leg room in them. And I took an L, and I still don't have the newest pair of Flint grays. Like I can't pay resale,
Mm.
and I
Mm.
want, you know,
Mm. I feel
um,
you, bro.
that's a hundred and
I
fifty
feel
dollars shoe. It always will be.
I feel you, bro. I had the '05s, sold them. I had the when was the next one? 2010, 11.
Mm-hmm.
I had those. Held on to those DS from whenever they dropped until um, probably about a year before the newest ones came out, and they were DS. I loved them, or I liked them, but I didn't love them because the 3M wasn't on there. So
Yeah.
um, whenever I knew or it was confirmed that the 3M was going to be on the newest ones, I said, okay, my 2010s are out of here, and now I just got to gear up to get these. What 2019, 2020?
20. Yeah.
So I had to gear up to get 2020s, and I was able to get them. So I got them. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I can't pay resale for them. Not that shoe. I want
I
a
don't pay
pair.
resale for no shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. I I've
Forget
paid
that.
resale for life before, but I've never paid more than $300 for a shoe, and even that was like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So you get spoiled working in shoe stores or working for shoe companies.
Facts,
I don't even want to pay the
facts,
box, let alone more.
facts, bruh,
You know.
bruh, bruh. When I first moved to Atlanta, dog, and I ain't had no connect or plug down there, dog, and I was going into places and seeing like 150, 170. I was like, oh my gosh, bruh. I paid it, but I just didn't have like a connect or a plug down there. And I still didn't really get many connects or plugs down there in Atlanta, but I was able to get some stuff while I was down there. But yeah, that retail, don't even want to do that. So resale is completely for me. Nah, bruh, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
You said you moved down there in 12.
Yeah,
See, so you was right smack dab in the middle of the foam hype and that Jordan momentum from the Concorde. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That was outside.
yeah. And
Lines, a lot of
I was able to get that Concorde too.
mm,
The Concorde that I have is the one from 11 or 12, whenever that was.
11. Yeah.
I didn't get the newest one. I think I tried for it, but missed miserably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to pay box. And then by the same token, it's hard to leave a deal because I'm looking at it like I haven't worked for Foot Locker now for 2 years, and I've still got shit
Mm-hmm.
50s and 2019 and 2020 that I haven't broken out yet, but it's like shit. I'm going to the Champs outlet because we didn't have. I know y'all had the Foot Action outlet here.
Yeah.
Um, we had ours in Cleveland instead of Foot Action is Champs. So I'd go there and try to get all of the out of market sports stuff that I
Mm-hmm.
like. At the Mitchell and Ness Knicks shooting jackets and Bulls shooting jackets. So I'm going hog
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Shit. Christmas of 19, we had like 1,000 to spend. So yeah, I just went to the outlet, went
Went
crazy.
ham. Went
Yeah,
ham.
yeah,
That's what it's for, man. That's what it's about.
you know. But yeah, it's whew, yeah, working in stores, it's like it becomes a lifestyle. So
Legit.
yeah. So what are your go-to means for getting shoes now?
I, I have I still love sneakers. Again, it's certain sneakers that I will exhaust all options, which means, I'm entering any and all raffles on all the sites. Any sites that my homies send me, I'm entering all of the end and just everything. Any and all raffles everywhere. Get my wife to do raffles and all of that. But that's only for a select few. To be honest with you, I'm at a point now where most of the stuff that come out, if I don't get it on sneakers, I might hit my homie up at House of Hoops. If he says like, yeah, you got to do the raffle, okay, I'll throw it on the raffle. But if I don't hit, it is what it is at this point. Like, um, because one, I'm getting a little bit older, which I still wear sneakers everywhere, and uh, I'm going to be wearing sneakers. I feel like when I'm 50, 60, I'm just going to be that guy. It might not be as flashy or whatever, but I'm going to be in like some 992s, something like that. But when I say I'm getting older, I mean when I was 25, stuff like that, I was in the mindset of, oh no, I still got to get them because I might wear them when I'm 30. I might wear them. Now it's like I'm 35 when I'm getting to 45 and stuff like that. It's not the same. And I got a daughter now, so I'm looking more so like if I'm going to try for something or if I'm going to like exhaust all options or if it's that big a deal to me, I'm gonna probably be looking for her stuff.
Yeah,
Um, but my go-to avenues: sneakers, Foot Locker, Foot Locker app, Hibbett's app, uh, and stuff like just like the random, like I said, end and stuff like that my homies might send me. Um, whenever they come across stuff or for something that's coming out.
got you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm to the point now where yeah, if I don't hit on sneakers, it's kind of like I wasn't meant to have it. It wasn't for me.
whatever, bro. And I don't even like. It used to be stuff like if I don't hit on something, it's like, dang, let me see. Oh, now it's just I enter the draw or the raffle, or whatever. I put the phone down, bro. Whatever. If I hit on them, I hit on them. I pick the phone back up 15 minutes later, whatever. I see the L. I knew it, and keep it moving.
Yeah, happened earlier with the Travises, and to be
Same with
honest,
me.
I was just gonna see if I could get them.
I tried for myself and I tried for my daughter. Both of them. They hit my daughter back with an L at like 10 and 4 milliseconds, bro. It was like as soon as the raffle ended, bro, it's like, sorry you didn't get them. I'm like, all right, that's cool. And then mine came at probably about 10, 15, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Well, I will say I do think that things are changing. I think that it'll never be how it was in the 2000s, like the early 2000s, you
Nah.
know. But I'd be okay with it being like how it was before the pandemic, 2016, 17, 18, 19. Because it was still challenges then too, but like for instance, I always say that Adidas won 2015 and 2016. They beat Nike out in those years.
Ultra Boost and all that.
And the Yeezys and the
Facts.
NMDs.
Facts.
Nike took it back in 17 with the hype of the Air Max 97 and Hirachi, and then Virgil came with the 10, and it was over with. But what I liked about those, what I liked about those Adidas years was that the only Nikes, especially Jordans, that were really selling was good shit. You know what I mean? A lot of the bullshit was just, like, nah, like 3-peat
Yeah.
sweater sevens,
Yeah. 100%.
So I kind of miss being able to be like, oh, these are still here, huh? So it seems like it's kind of coming back to that.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, because from what I've seen, a lot of I don't really go in the mall and all that. But from what I've seen on Instagram and stuff like that, people are saying a lot of stuff or stuff is starting to sit again. But it had got bad at one point where it's like resellers just. I mean, I ain't knocking nobody hustle, but I mean, I guess it's kind of like the thing where reselling has been going on. But I guess it's one of those things where you don't really hate it or dislike it until it's affecting you. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't really care. As long as I can get mine, I'm good. But now once it get to a point where I can't get mine like I want it, or like I don't even have a chance, then it's like, but reselling trash. These resellers terrible. Like y'all got to do better. Like what is this? But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, as we jump to the final quarter, just a few
Okay.
more. I know that, we just literally just talked about, getting older, things are different. You got a kid now, you're married. But what direction would you like to see your collection go with the stuff you do plan on buying? Like what direction do you see your collection going in the future?
And I got 992s, another pair, my gray 992s. I have no clue what happened to my gray 992s, but I got black 992s. I think it's going to be more so stuff like that. I think it'll kind of go away from uh, the Jordan type. I got 14s, but I'm not going to be wearing 14s. I'm not going to be wearing stuff like that. It'll be like 992s. It'll be 574s. It'll be the basic Air Force One type joints. It'll be the basic Air Max 90 type joints. 95s, more so for comfort compared to, like I said, the Jordans. I mean, I got LeBrons. I told you LeBron's my guy. I got like 1 through 15 or 1 through 15. I'm missing 14, but 1 through 13 and then 15 are LeBron's. But those type joints ain't gonna get worn. Like it'll
Yeah.
be more so. It'll be more so the low key 992s, 990s, 574s, Air Max 90s, Adidas stuff like Ultra Boost, like the low key type stuff.
Okay.
I think that's what it'll turn into. Now for my daughter, oh yeah, I'm trying to get her. It's your turn to be the flashy and all this good stuff. Like, but yeah, for me, and I feel like that time is coming soon. Sneakers will always be here, but that time is coming soon.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I will say, as a LeBron guy myself, the 14 is very forgettable.
very, very.
you know,
Like 13 was almost there. Um, but I like the with the stars joint, written in the stars. I like those.
wrong one.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the one I got in the closet. And then like I said, I jumped 14, and then I went with the I got the Ghost 15s. Um,
With that
yeah,
leather and everything.
yeah, yeah.
That's a
So,
pair I try to break out. It's such a fall shoe. I only try to break it out in the fall. You know,
bruh,
terrible short.
that's a beautiful shoe, bruh.
Yeah, I
That's
gotta
a
wear some
beautiful shoe.
with those, man. Like
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, the 14. I mean, if it's not the Christmas one, and people will still be wanting way too much for that Christmas one. Like I have a
yep,
couple. I got like the Back to the Future ones and the black and white ones. A couple others, but just being from Cleveland, buying LeBron's, even the Miami ones. I mean, it just feels like I'm buying a piece of Cleveland history. And
yeah.
Magic is my favorite player. LeBron is like a more athletic, faster, heavier version of Magic.
Facts,
You put
facts.
sprinkle some Dominique Wilkins, some Dr. J, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of Michael Jordan in there, and you got LeBron. Mix it up with
Yeah,
the Magic. So
yeah. Hold up, let me turn my light on real quick.
sure. Oh, Karl Malone too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Karl Malone.
It's crazy because I remember I used to so Karl Malone when he was on the basketball court, right, with all the other basketball players, he looked like he was like so huge, right? He looked like
Mhm.
put together, like compact, muscles all over the place. And I will never forget. It also showed me how big these wrestlers are. Wrestlers are not small dudes. A lot of them are. But
Mhm.
when he was going to like WCW and stuff like that, I remember him one time he like spread his arms out and he looked like wiry. He didn't look big and compact at all. LeBron is Karl Malone, bro.
Mhm.
Like that lets you know as well how big LeBron is. My one of my brother-in-laws actually got a chance to ask him interview him one time. Got asked him a question in the locker room one year, uh, and he told him like, or he told me he was like, however big you think LeBron is, if you think he's massive, he's bigger. Like LeBron is a big dude,
Mhm.
huge dude.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely always in the conversation for the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know. So, oh man. Um, what is on your radar next? Like, what shoes are you gonna try to get next?
Um, the next the next thing I pick up will be the fire red threes. That's
Okay.
the next thing I'm going after. Um, Hopefully, I can get my hands on them. If I can get my hands on them, I'm selling my fire red threes from 13, 12 or 13. Whenever they drop before, I got those.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are out of here. They're cracking a little bit. They've been worn a couple times. If I can get my hands on these fire red threes this year, I think those are out of here.
Yeah, like my
So
pair is in really good shape, but I don't. It's still even with this new pair looking more like the 1988 pair. it's still my least favorite of the 4 OG3s. So
I can agree. I can
I'm
agree.
still gonna try for them. I mean, I regret not getting the Carmine with the Nike Air, but my 14 pair was in such good shape because I always wore my CDP pair.
Uh huh.
I'm like, well, I really need another pair of these, but I still should have got them. Fortunately, this Nike here and Mebane, every now and then they just pop up with them. It's like, oh, y'all got
Oh
any Carmine?
wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
I need to
Okay.
secure last
Yeah, I'm
year.
glad I was able to get those. Um, and then after that, the next thing will, if I can get my hands, it'll. I'm going heavy after those twos, OG twos in October. And as soon as I actually, if anybody watching this, I got the QF twos or QF the twos from 2010.
Mm-hmm.
The white, black, and red ones. If somebody want those, $300. Um, I don't want to go through StockX rigmarole. StockX, I think, is at like 380. I don't know, something about StockX just don't. I don't know, but 380 on StockX after fees and everything, it comes down to like 330. Uh, but 300, those can get out of here because I really want the twos in October. So their DS haven't been worn.
Wow.
I those I don't even think I've tried on. But size 11, if anybody want them, anybody need them, know somebody that want them, they can go.
Yeah, that's a good price. But I'm excited for this. I'm actually excited for this too, more even than the Chicago one, just because they've never retroed it properly.
And they are now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like once I saw how good they did the low from 16, I'm like, oh well, if they
Mm-hmm.
ever bring back the high, it's gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That low was made really well. I mean, it's a low, and a lot
Yeah.
of people did OG.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. And because that QF got the piping on it and all that good. Yeah, that can go. All right, size 11. Hit me up, $300. They can. I'll mail them out tomorrow or whenever. Like, yeah,
the '04 pair had the piping on it too.
they did.
Yeah,
They
so
did.
hopefully they do it right. I mean, I'd love for them to bring back all four of the OG2s. The white, black and red high, white and red
Mm-hmm.
high, and the two lows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll be. I would be going after those as well, but it is what it is. But
yeah.
yeah, fire red threes and then OG twos.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we sign off, did you have any questions for me?
Um. I mean, I've asked a couple of them. I know that you have stuff, and I need you on my show as well. I've
Let me know.
stuff in backlog, man. I got episodes that I need to drop that they'll be dropping soon. I promise you, Kiki. I promise you. I promise you, I'm gonna drop your second episode. Don't beat me up. Don't kill me. But yeah, I need to get you on my show, my YouTube show. Anybody who hasn't heard of it, hasn't subscribed, My Soul DNA, MYSOLE DNA. If you want to be on there, hit me up. It's the same thing at gmail.com or follow me on here. Um, but yeah, I know you got stuff, and I want to see the stuff that you got. So I gotta get you on an episode here soon.
Yeah, man. Just let me know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I know we kind of did this different, but thank you for being with it. The shop drop concept. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah,
thank you.
oh yeah. I'm definitely with it. Oh, last thing. What's your next? What's your next thing you going after?
It's a few things. I'm waiting on the social status pennies, but I still would like a newer pair of the black, white, and blue Orlando penny. My pair from
Yes.
10 or 11, whenever they're still in really good shape, but it's still a more than 10-year-old shoe. So who knows how long that's going.
Yes.
So we have that. The
I
white.
got rid of them.
I need the white pair. Um, so that's really it as far as regular Nike.
Okay.
Jordan. I'll just say for right now, I'm on the fence with the fire red threes.
Okay.
I do want those taxi ones just because I don't have the shattered backboards. I was too stupid to buy
Okay.
2015 for $86. One of my
Oh my
biggest.
gosh. What is going on? What
Yeah, with my
oh
discount, it would have been half off, and
oh
I don't really wear a lot of orange, and I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna care about these. These ain't even an OG color, and I never thought they were gonna be an unattainable $2,000 shoe. You couldn't have
yeah.
told me what happened, but you know, so I need those taxis to kind of be my shattered backboards because I just can't pay. I mean, use I shouldn't cuss. Use messed up stuff, messed up pairs be still $400-$500, man. So
Yeah, bruh. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. That's one of them joints that's like you said, used. Like it don't matter, bruh. They still like that.
and the young boys
Um
mess up the heels on them by trying not to walk with them where they'll crease. So it's hard to find a pair of UNC or shattered backboards without some sort of heel drag. I can't wear a run or a dunk with drag. I just can't do it.
Bruh, Air Force Ones, you know how it was, man. People walking
Yeah.
like ducks, man. I mean, we went from, bruh, walking like ducks, putting socks on top of socks. I had plastic bags at one point. I cut up the shoe forms at one point, put that on top. I mean, we was doing it was just ridiculous, bruh. It was just ridiculous. Oh, Kirsten, that's my wife. Uh, what up? Malt liquor. I don't know if I say Knicks over
Yeah, I
Orlando.
say that
I
drag.
gotta
Nah.
that Black Orlando. Yeah. And then Alonzo, that's my cousin. What up, cuz? I do a little bit of both. Um, I collect initially to collect. Um, I mean, if it goes months, years without wearing, and then I see to where I can make a profit, then hey, profit might have to get the profit on them. So yeah,
I generally collect to collect, but if it's
yeah,
something like where it's like, oh my god, these are going for this, I don't even wear it. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like,
gotta go, gotta
yeah,
go, gotta go. I didn't know the K Yows are going for as much as they going for. I just can't get rid of them. I didn't. I think I looked not too long ago. I want to say like 7, 8, somewhere around. I just can't do it. I can't do it. But yeah, and that's something I buy to buy. But
yeah.
if the profit is there and it wasn't that shoe, oh yeah, that's out of here. Gotta go.
And see, that's a shoe. To me, Kobe's have kind of come back to the light to where the majority of the Kobe's that are expensive like that were expensive before he died. Like
Yeah,
what the Kobe 8, what the Kobe 7, they were expensive before he died. Any Kobe
yeah,
2 threes were expensive before he
yeah.
died. So
Galaxy 7.
yeah, yeah. Um, the only shoes that is kind of still ridiculous is some of them Adidas ones. I'm like, man, every single Adidas Kobe I own, I got from an outlet or a thrift store.
Yeah.
Every
I
single.
mean, I only got one other. I got Grinch 6. I have K 6, and I have uh the white, purple, and gray Kobe 6 that I
Oh,
still wear. Say
mm-hmm,
what?
the
Yeah.
Concord.
The Concourse 6, and even those. I mean, but even some of the ones that I had before, bro, like the
Mm-hmm.
blue camo. I still had those too, but like the all black joints that wasn't going for nothing. Now them joints is $300-$400.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But I had the Rice joints. I just had Kobe's and got rid of them. I was looking through an old camera a few months ago and saw a picture of the Rice joint. I said, "Oh my gosh, bro!" And I don't even remember what I sold them for. I probably they were 130. I probably sold them for like 250, 275, and was like, I'm beating somebody in the head. Crazy what they going for now. It's just like, real quick, and then I stopped rambling, but South Beach, LeBron, South Beach Eights, bought them when they first dropped. They were 11 and a half. Couldn't do them. I needed 11. Sold them. No lie. I think I sold them for 275, bruh. It was like a few weeks or a few months later, bruh. Them joints was like 8, 9.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what? Yeah, but it is what it is.
See,
It
to
is
me,
what it is.
LeBrons are weird because it's kind of like even now, a lot of these coveted LeBrons are just regular shoes. South Beach 8 now it's just a regular shoe. The Big Bang
Regular
9,
shoe.
Miami Night.
Arnold, Arnold Palmer.
Yeah,
LeBron Palmer. Basic
yeah.
shoes. Simple. Yeah.
Um, the Miami Night, the 8 low, the Sprite 8 low. Like
Yeah.
people, go in for these shoes. So,
Big Bang.
yeah, but that's only to like a size 11. After
Okay.
size 11, LeBrons get weird because I usually wear a 12 in LeBrons because they
Uh-huh.
run a little smaller. Like the discrepancy in price just between an 11 and a 12 is crazy. That's why, like, my wife got me my South Beach Eights for my 37th birthday. So I've had them for about 5 years,
Yeah.
and she got them for like 300. They were like new, like couldn't believe it, and
Mm-hmm.
it was an 11. So they were a little stiff when I first wore them, but each time I've worn them since, they feel better because of that like real leather. And I took an L on the retro. She has the retro, but
Mm-hmm.
they look different. They're not exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
that
mean,
shoe being such
Le,
it's crazy.
yeah, they've always. I'm not gonna say always, but I remember the eights ran kind of nines too. Snug, snug. I mean, my Yankee eights. I gotta wear like I'm wearing like thinner socks to put on to wear my Yankee eights. Because they just
Mm-hmm.
without thinner socks. I mean, wearing them for longer than a little bit or somewhere where I'm sitting down, bro. I'm gonna be frustrated. But I don't want to do 11 and a half because I feel like they look like boats. So
Mm.
11 it is. I just deal with it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, I can't wait to be on your show so we can continue this, man. Just let me know.
bruh. I will be getting that done. We'll get that done here in the next couple weeks. Uh, but I'm gonna get Kiki's joint out. I got another one. I'm not gonna say who, but that was a very good episode. He was on here. I don't know if he's still on here, but um, yeah, he had a real good episode too. I just gotta get him. I just gotta get him done. All on me. But I get them done, get them out, and then we'll knock yours out for sure. And anybody else that want to be on, we'll knock yours out too. Just hit me up. Locked and Lace. I got both and prefer my OG pair, which means you got other stuff in the stash. You need to be on the show as well.
Yeah, she got a lot. She got a lot.
Oh yeah, we in there. We in
Yeah.
there for sure.
Well, man, thank you again so much for being on here.
You already know it.
And I will be in touch, sir.
Already.
All right,
Peace.
man. Peace.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody comments too. Peace.
You know it.
Sure.